Our homes are the largest investment most of us will ever make. They should provide us with sanctuary and a sense of belonging.
We're in a fantastic area, surrounded by people that we love.
It's safe for the cats. I love the outlook on the front.
But as lives evolve and families grow, what we need from our bricks and mortar can change dramatically.
Our home has to be an office as opposed to just being a home.
So we're looking back. Look at this! It's stunning.
At some of our inspiring builds and fascinating house hunts.
Oh, I could just imagine myself being here.
And the lovely families that undertook them.
In the name of resolving that famous dilemma.
Are you going to love it?
Or list it.
Today, we're celebrating some of our most impressive builds.
Look at that! It's like it was always there.
With ambitious plans that push two of our couples to their limits.
This doesn't come cheap. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
But I like to think my investments really pay off in the end.
You've added £258,000 to the value of the house.
No way.
Yep.
Even if some people still doubt me after all these years.
What would this be worth if you spent 90 grand on it? It might be worth 90 grand more, but you might be lucky.
This is a man currently teaching his grandmother to suck an egg.
It's got to be one of people's greatest concerns when they're considering a project is to make sure that it is financially sensible.
It's one of the key things when I sit down with them. I know there's always a possibility that they're going to turn to me in X months' time and say, we're selling. And then I have to be able to look them in the eye and say, great, your house is worth, X or Y. So when I come along, I view the house through two sets of eyes. One is, how can I improve their lifestyle in this property that isn't currently working for them? And second is, what can I do in a totally clinical way to add to the value of this property when it comes to sell? Now, hopefully those two run parallel and I can give the right advice.
And one couple in desperate need of that advice were Amy and Louie, who we met in 2020 at their vineyard home in the Welsh market town of Cowbridge.
Up until 2015, they were living in Cheltenham. Then the chance arose to move into Louie's late grandmother's house back in Wales. Here, Louie could have a change of career working for the family vineyard business.
It was exciting, it was scary, and it just needed me to persuade you over the course of a few months.
Yeah, some convincing. Wine, was involved, just general negotiation,
It was perfect for them and the girls as Louie's parents lived next door. They'd be in the catchment area for a great school and they'd be upsizing from a 3-bed terrace to a detached converted barn.
I think I was always a bit wary of how much kind of work would need to be done to it.
And Amy was right to have concerns, as now, 5.5 years on, what seemed like the dream home has become something of a poisoned chalice.
It took a lot more money and time than I guess we calculated.
Yeah.
And that's been one of the problems. We have changed the roof, rewired the whole house, replumbed the whole house.
Plastering.
Floors throughout.
New kitchen, new bathroom, decorated throughout.
And despite all of this, it still doesn't feel like home.
It is a long, thin house, and you spend time at one end, and the family and I spend time at the other.
Yeah.
And it has split us, I think, psychologically and physically to some degree. We just don't know how to function and live in this house, and it makes us feel a bit idiotic, I think.
Downstairs, there are 4 separate main rooms: the living room, dining room, playroom and kitchen, as well as storage space and 2 toilets. On the first floor, there are 4 double bedrooms and 2 smaller ones, and just 1 family bathroom, which they'd like to address. The long, thin layout isn't working, and they're now completely overwhelmed trying to fix it.
The weight of the question of whether to stay or go has become too much and almost broken us.
Recently, things have become even more difficult when Louie received an unexpected diagnosis.
Less than 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. It does mean that I do get very tired, and it's harder now for me to spend the whole day doing jobs and DIY.
And Amy feels more determined than ever to put a stop to the endless to-do list.
At the beginning, when we had all the enthusiasm and, thought, right, we can definitely do this, we'll make it this dream house. And then with Louie's diagnosis, I feel bad for you. It's hard, obviously you work and then you come home and there's stuff to do around the house or jobs.
But I just still feel, underpinning this, we can finish. I don't want it to be a reason for us to fail.
But something has to give, and Kirsty and I need to help them decide if forever is here or somewhere they both feel at home.
Hello. Hi. Hello.
Despite the downpour, I can see this house has bags of charm, but it's what lies within that needs sorting once and for all.
Who wants to love, who wants to list?
So I want to list.
And I want to love the house very much.
Yeah. We've been here just over 5.5 long years now.
And there've been lots of arguments and disagreements, and now we want to do something about it.
Yeah.
It looks immaculate, so you've done a lot.
Yeah, we've spent most of those 5.5 years doing lots and lots of work.
Yeah.
But it sounds like it's all done, but Amy, you now want to move on.
I know. I think we're so lucky we've got loads of space, but we don't really use it effectively. We've never really had or been able to create like a real, I suppose, heart of the home where we would all kind of, eat together. And I think also after Louie's diagnosis of MS, I think I'm really conscious that we spend so long talking about the house, doing things to the house. It just needs to stop.
A difficult thing to express because one really fears sounding spoilt.
Yeah.
I really want to have a look around if that's okay with you.
Yeah, of course.
It'd be amazing.
Yes.
An immaculate home that just doesn't work, and a long family history makes this a tough nut to crack.
So what is this room?
The
Dining room?
it's a dining sitting room, family room. But actually, look, they've got a eat-in kitchen.
Yeah.
And that's quite
It's a
nice
lovely playroom.
Yeah.
I'm going to explore further. It's a big house, isn't it?
This house has got me flummoxed.
Whereas I'm feeling quite confident. I have a healthy budget of £900,000 to find a 4-bed character house with a decent garden and a suitable space for them all to come together as a family, something they're longing for here.
What this house needs is a heart.
Yeah.
It's like the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz.
I sense they're both trying to help one another, which means actually nothing happens.
Yeah.
I have a £50,000 love it budget, and I've got to help Amy fall in love with this house without undoing all the good they've already done. And that involves something rather extreme.
At first, I wandered round, lost and not quite able to work out what to do. And then it came to me, you need to make this house bigger.
My plan will redress the imbalance between the disappointing kitchen and the rest of this grand house. To make an eat-in family kitchen, we'll extend out for more floor space, but we'll also extend upwards by removing the existing ceiling and exposing the beams to create an impressive vaulted ceiling with roof lights. To save money, they will reuse their kitchen cabinets. The dining room will reclaim its function with a new, larger table. And finally, upstairs, in place of the study, a much-needed second bathroom will be installed.
All I want to do is put the heart in. So imagine if when you walked in there, the ceiling, you were seeing the rafters and there was light flooding in.
It looked amazing. It's so light, airy.
Light and warm.
Yeah, it isn't
You've
now,
got a
isn't it?
sofa in it. It's a sensational house. You shouldn't underplay this house.
Yeah.
Absolute sense.
They felt that their house was too big.
Mm-hmm.
But in actual fact, it wasn't the house. It was the kitchen was too small for the house.
It had a good kitchen, but it wasn't a good enough kitchen. Each room needs a purpose and an identity. And without that, the house gets a bit lost, you get a bit lost.
So from one house that felt too big to another that was bursting at the seams. Back in 2020, we also met Paul and Sophie at their busy family home in Aylesbury.
We've been together 8 years. I'm still a girlfriend, haven't been promoted to wife yet.
The age gap between Sophie and myself is 15 years. Got a young outlook on life, basically.
and they now have some youngsters of their own, 7-year-old Finley and Georgia, who's 3. Although when Paul bought their 3-bedroom house 13 years ago, a family home was not the objective.
This was my bachelor pad. I'm team list it because now I want something fresh, new for Sophie and the kids.
But Sophie, who moved in 8 years ago, is more than happy right where she is, with her mum and dad at the end of the road.
I'm definitely a home bird and I love being here. We do rely on our parents a lot. If we were to move, we would lose all our support network and that would impact our lives quite a lot. We do butt heads on it. 3 years?
Two, 3 years.
That it's been, shall we, shan't we, shall we, shan't we?
Now it's crunch time.
It certainly is. With 2 growing kids and a revolving door of relatives popping in, they agree they've outgrown this home. But for Paul, the problems don't stop there.
The small bedroom upstairs is a tiny box room. The playroom downstairs is not really fit for purpose. Kitchen needs overhauling, and the garage is a mess.
At the moment, the playroom is a small, cold conservatory, so the kids prefer to play in the living room. But the living room is also a passageway to access the kitchen.
So I feel like it's always messy when people come round, and I don't like the fact that the children haven't really got anywhere to play.
As well as a small conservatory playroom to the back, the downstairs layout also includes a kitchen, diner and living room to the front, a downstairs loo in the hall and the garage. Upstairs there are 3 bedrooms and a family bathroom. Where Paul sees problems, Sophie sees potential, and she thinks with a bit of work this could be the perfect home. So an intervention of some sort is certainly required to put an end to this 3-year debate.
Hopefully you were expecting us. I'm Phil.
Yes. Would you like to come in? We'd love to come in. Yes, thank you so much.
Who wants to love, who wants to list?
I want to love it.
I want to list it.
So I've been here 8 years, and ever since I moved in, I think I've seen the potential to extend it. And now we've got 2 children, I think the time is right to extend it, give us some more space, and Paul is against it.
I've fallen out of love with the property.
Paul, what's changed for you?
Obviously, the space is a major thing. We're all on top of each other. The playroom is cold 9 months of the year. It's relatively noisy here with buses going past. George's bedroom upstairs is a box room, and it's, you know, she's going to get bigger and it's just not going to be practical for her.
Even if you made it better and bigger, do you genuinely, in your heart of hearts, see it as a long-term home?
While the children are growing up, definitely, and while we need the parents around us for childcare, yeah, I can see myself here for the foreseeable future.
Let's sort of fast forward 12 months. Let's do the work. Are we still going to love it in 12 months?
Ah, that's the question. We've made a career out of that question.
Yeah.
Right, this is the room that everyone complains about being too cold. It's not really a playroom.
It's not a playroom, it's a
storeroom. Yeah.
And next door in the garage, there's another over-cluttered and underutilised space.
Well, this is obviously where the potential is. It seems like you've got the square footage on the ground floor when you include this and the conservatory.
There's a lot to think about, Phil. I can actually feel my own cogs turning.
Oh, good.
You need to turn your attention to the living room that Paul thinks is too much of a passageway.
But how do you stop it being a corridor, really? By putting a wall there, but is that a big enough room? Stand there, make like a wall.
Make like a wall?
Yeah, be a wall. Yeah, and this is definitely a wide enough corridor.
You make a great dummy, Pip.
Very funny, Kirstles, but giving them a hallway, bigger bedrooms and a better playroom is going to be nigh on impossible in their 90 grand budget.
You're going to have to be really careful with that.
I know.
Because what would this be worth if you spent 90 grand on it? It might be worth 90 grand more, but you might be lucky.
This is a man currently teaching his grandmother to suck an egg.
Of course, you already know all this, but with the cost of building materials continuing to rise, it's important to factor in the ceiling price of your house when doing work, especially if you're planning to list it.
Can't go in there, Phil.
No boys allowed.
No boys allowed, it says.
OK.
And there isn't a lot of room for you in here anyway. I can see why it doesn't work as a forever family home. And it's only going to feel smaller as the kids get bigger.
It's going to be a lot of money and a lot of upheaval to make this house good enough and big enough.
Kirsty made this bigger, but I don't think it'll ever be big enough. And I do feel that he wants a proper big 4-bedroom house, probably a little further from his parents-in-law. Just saying, guessing.
Whilst I can't cast my net too far afield, I'm convinced that their budget of $500,000 is enough to find bigger, more suitable family homes. With 2 bathrooms, a playroom and a separate lounge, all within a short driving distance to her parents.
But before you get ahead of yourself, I need to decide how best to solve the issues at home.
It's not one of those times when I can say, oh, you only need to spend 15 grand and you'll have a transformed house. Nope, it's not like that.
I think I'm going to have to go against my usual instincts and convince them to spend big.
I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous.
Beginning downstairs, my plan means the cold conservatory playroom must go, and in its place, the existing kitchen diner extends to the side, making it more than 50% bigger. Next, the garage becomes a new warm playroom, helping keep toys out of the lounge, and with a handy walk-through utility leading to the kitchen, traffic through the living room will be reduced and help negate the need for a costly, bigger hallway.
You can access the playroom that way. Because you can access the kitchen that way, it will feel like less of a passage.
Yeah. I think it's really good.
We then move upstairs.
By adding a first floor extension over the garage, the box room can be knocked through to create a luxurious new main bedroom with walk-in dressing room and ensuite. Georgia can then move into one of the bigger existing bedrooms. And finally, an additional 4th room for guests could go on top of the extended kitchen.
Oh, wow.
I'm speechless, really.
Now, this doesn't come cheap. We had the lowest quote to a plaster finish was 81, and it went up to 110.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. The upstairs, I'm quite impressed with that plan. It's kind of blown me away a little bit.
It is worth it, because I think this would be really nice.
I think it's good. There's definitely a lot to think about.
Well, the garage was good because it was underused. The garage doesn't really add value to a house. It was great. That was what they needed, the extra room.
I think people across the country would find they had much more space, usable space, than they thought they did.
By extending into the garage.
By extending into the
Having
garage.
a clear out of the garage and putting the stuff that you really use in a shed or
just
lean-to.
extending into your garage with storage as well.
I've often said that you've either got to make a house better, like kitchens and bathrooms and painting and that kind of thing, or you've got to make it bigger. Side returns, loft extensions, and nowadays possibly even a garden pod is going to increase value more than it will cost.
Adding extra functional space to your house is almost guaranteed to increase the value. But back in Cowbridge, Louie was hoping their new kitchen extension would make them feel more comfortable in their home.
Despite it being a big house, it was only an 8-week build. And 5 weeks in, I'm super keen to see how it's coming along.
Look at that! It's like it was always there.
I'm overjoyed to see they have fully embraced my idea of extending out and vaulting the ceiling to make a large family kitchen and creating a hub for this home.
I'm just thrilled. This room was cold. There was just something about it that didn't work. And is the answer to something being cold to make it bigger? No. Could have fallen flat on its face. But I don't think it has. So looking forward to seeing Phil's face.
I think their commitment to such a big project speaks volumes about their commitment to this house.
I want to hear all about it.
Oh, we're overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Smash the opposition out the water. It's happened so quickly.
Yeah, it has.
Do you like the window?
Did you discover it?
Yeah.
You just haven't. It's just lovely.
Yeah.
I'm just curious how to use the new space now, because we've never had one like this before.
I mean, my feeling is you should move the dining room table in here and get a bigger table for the dining room. Yeah.
With a plan in place for the new kitchen diner, the soon-to-be empty room next door also needs my attention.
Actually, this room is just the dining room. That's going to go back in the kitchen. Essentially, they can go quite big on this table. That's a 300 cm table there. You can do your homework, you can do your craft activities, And at Christmas, you can seat 10 to 12 people easily, which is a great luxury.
Louie and Amy are fortunate to have a vast plot of land with lots of space to extend. But a recent study found that garden space is now the top priority for 92% of prospective buyers, with a garden adding up to 5% to the value of a house. So if you don't have a huge garden, repurposing unused areas within the house could be a more effective way to increase the value just as much as an extension, and avoids eating into that desirable outdoor space. Turning a garage into a study, reception room or bedroom can add between 10 and 20% to the value of a property. Or cellar conversions can increase the value by around 15%. Back in Aylesbury, after a 7-month delay, Sophie and Paul had decided to put their own spin on Kirsty's plans, and work was finally underway.
Over the summer, I think we both felt like we might never get to this point.
Today they're getting rid of the playroom. I'm just happy that something's now happening.
They are going to alter my plan slightly by relocating their downstairs loo into the new utility room in the extension, which will give them a larger entrance hallway.
Kirsty's plans were pretty spot on, weren't they, for what we needed? We just made a couple of tweaks.
Customising the plans, that's a sign of commitment, Paul, and shouldn't take them over budget either.
We're taking a look back at 2 of our most successful builds.
So looking forward to seeing Phil's face.
But before the big payoff, there was a lot of hard work to do.
It's 8 months since I was last in Aylesbury. A lot's happened around the world and here. Sophie and Paul have got cracking, and I am really looking forward to seeing how it's going. That is going to be the utility, and then having a downstairs loo as well. It's exciting to see it starting, but once it starts, that's when you really have to focus on layout.
Even though Sophie and Paul have opted for a full-length extension, it's only just over 2.5 metres wide. So both the playroom and main bedroom above it could seem narrow if they're not careful. To help them feel like their house isn't still full of compromises, the right layout and furniture is crucial and can make the world of difference.
When I was last here, did I talk about the bed going up against the window American style?
Yes, you did. And everyone I've spoken to was like, oh, why would you put the bed under the window? I never thought there'd be anything wrong with that.
I'm fine with it.
Ignore everyone.
Yeah.
All that you need to do is have your window dressing and your bed head decoratively linked.
OK.
And then the whole thing just looks absolutely lovely.
4 months later, Sophie and Paul are now 5 months into their build. After a cold and wet winter held things up, it's now full steam ahead with their double-storey extension.
So we've finally got a roof on, which took months, it felt like. Then once that's been on, it's been quite quick since then, hasn't it?
Yeah.
They finally have the square footage they desperately needed. The rooms are starting to take shape, and they have made one final change. With the downstairs loo now being relocated to the utility room in the extension, Sophie and Paul have decided not to create a passageway through the playroom to the kitchen, meaning access is still through the living room. Doing it this way will give them more space in the utility. With all of the big decisions out of the way, they can focus on making it their dream home.
Back in Cowbridge, it was time for me to take Amy and Louie on an epic house hunt.
Persuading Louie to list a house that's been in his family for generations is not going to be straightforward.
And that's why I brought them to this stunning rural spot near the village of Groysfine, just 9 miles from Louie's family.
Wow.
Okay. I'll get my things. Yeah, wow.
This 4-bedroom detached converted barn is on for £849,000, almost 50 grand under their budget of 900,000. Its turnkey condition will put an end to Louie's list of jobs, and Amy's heart will skip a beat when she sees the hub of the home, this open-plan kitchen diner, which leads onto the living room, perfect for them all to be close together. Upstairs are 4 double bedrooms, 2 of which have their own ensuite, dressing room and balcony with stunning views. This place is laid out perfectly, and would reunite them as a family.
Come on in. Through the snug into the very large kitchen.
Wow. Haven't found anything wrong with it yet, but...
Keep trying.
I know. Amazing. Oh, my goodness.
Like the kitchen, like the snug, like the garden.
That's a lot of likes from Team Love It.
You can literally just move your furniture in and just relax, yeah. Oh, it's lovely.
But I'm not sure I can sit back and enjoy the vista just yet. This will be a lot to take in for Louie.
It was amazing, really. The view is spectacular. I didn't think you'd make me this confused on the first house, I must say.
I'm just warming up.
Shocked. Yeah.
Let's leave it there for now.
This has certainly given Louie food for thought, but I think I can do better. They're both finding it difficult to manage the large home they have at the moment, especially with Louie's condition. So I want to show them something more manageable. We're heading 9 miles east to the village and community of Peterston Super Ely, where they'll be within 15 minutes of family.
It isn't a house I typically look at. I just want to get inside and have a look.
Yeah.
On the market for offers over £670,000, this 5-bedroom detached home is 230 grand under their £900,000 budget. The heart of the home, where they can all be together, is the big open-plan kitchen diner, with adjoining sitting room, and across the hall there's a separate lounge. Also on the ground floor there's a downstairs loo and a study or 5th bedroom. Upstairs there's a family bathroom and 4 good-sized bedrooms. Taking into account Louie's MS and their request for no more DIY, the turnkey condition makes this place the perfect pick.
Deep breath.
Wow.
I burst into tears.
Yeah, that's really nice, isn't it? Oh, my goodness.
And the feeling, it's just so
really
calm.
nice,
I feel restful here.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Because of your condition, you need to feel rested.
It's maybe getting rid of some of those worries, I think, for the for the future about all the maintenance and all the upkeep and things. Yeah.
Don't look sad, Louie. Because it could be exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's making you feel like that?
I don't know.
I think the house that we're in has become a very emotional place to be. You probably feel pressure to make it this amazing, kind of perfect family home.
Your situation is not just about the house. There's a lot of other issues around that. But it means it's complicated for you.
Yeah.
I've been trying so hard to finish our house. And it has been just a never-ending thing.
There are other things at play.
Yeah.
There's so much emotion tied up in this, especially for Louie. But after almost 6 years of working hard to make their house a home, this is opening his eyes to a more relaxed way of life.
Oh, this is a nice room.
Oh, it's got an ensuite.
Oh, wow.
You'll like that.
Oh, gosh, it's just lovely, though, isn't it? Isn't it peaceful?
How are you getting on?
You can imagine ourselves being here. Is it so different to what we've got now?
I just think it's just given us so much to think about and talk about.
But at least you are now more informed and you've got context for your decisions. Good luck.
I have no idea what they're going to do, but I can't wait for you to see what their hard work has achieved. It's been almost 7 months since we first met Amy and Louie, who were at loggerheads over their large family house. Finally, we've reached decision day, so we're back in the tranquil Welsh countryside.
Hello. We're back.
Oh, nice to see you.
How are you? Come and take a look.
Okie dokie.
When we first met Amy and Louie, they felt their home separated them as a family and was missing a hub to cook and eat and be together. But now, by extending the kitchen, vaulting the ceiling and installing bifold doors, they've certainly put the heart into this house and created a space where they can all hang out. They have cleverly reused their kitchen cabinets and Aga, but installed a new island with a breakfast bar. and their old dining table fits perfectly, just as we planned.
Look at this! Look at this! It's stunning. Love the floor, love the surfaces, love the lighting. Hate Kirsty.
It's gelled to the rest of the house. It feels like it could have always been here.
It's lovely.
It functions so much better.
Yeah.
I think it's helped us with more of a clear identity, I think was what we were really struggling with the rooms as well.
The room next door was underutilised and lacking a clear purpose. But now, with a larger table and more chairs, it's a formal dining room to be proud of, ready for friends and family to enjoy.
Hang on.
I know.
What? Together they built a home they loved.
Yeah.
Hang on, what about Team Listed?
They didn't have any in stock. They all sold out.
It's a sign, Phil. This is a home to be loved. And while giving this house a heart was the big project, they've made other important changes. Despite having lots of space, they were all sharing one bathroom. So now upstairs in the place of their old study is a shiny new shower room with a screen soon to be fitted.
That has been beautifully done. I love the floor. And then stripping the plaster off the wall. That was a genius idea. You know, loads of houses have these tiny space under the eaves, but they've got a whole second bathroom, which does add enormously to value. And it's super, super cool.
And although their journey was about creating a home rather than adding value, I want to reassure them that this money was wisely spent.
The average pre-renovation valuation was £875,000. The average post-renovation value, do you have any idea what this figure is?
No, I feel a bit nervous.
Is £1,133,000.
No way.
Yep. You've added £258,000 to the value of the house, and you've only spent 59. So basically, this just basic.
I'll get my code.
Yeah. Basic profit. But that was never the point. This was about home and warmth and future. Yeah. But I have to say, hats off to you guys.
Well done. Wow.
Oh, well, that's a surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, really lucky.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I think we've been so lucky to have input from you both in terms of just getting to a point of almost making a decision.
I'm going to say this on behalf of Kirsty. You've been fantastic to work with. Whoever wins this, it's a win for everyone.
It's the whole thing's a win.
Yeah, I don't want to cry again.
I know, you can't cry.
So, Louie, Amy, are you going to love it?
Or list it?
We're going
to love it.
Thank bloody God.
Yeah, it was a complicated, long decision.
Yeah.
We've been changing our minds up until the last few days.
Yeah. Having the kitchen as it is has given us that living space for us as a family, you know? You're just all in there. It's been lovely.
I'm so pleased for you, because it must feel great after so many years.
6 years of weight lifted off our shoulders.
It's just been on the same team, isn't it, now, I think?
Fantastic. Well done, everyone.
Oh, yeah, thank you so much.
Hi, morning.
Hi.
Just a few months later, there's been a huge development.
Ooh.
And a first for Phil and me.
Cowbridge are selling. You've got to win.
Amy and Louie?
Yeah.
But they loved it.
No, they're listing it.
Yes, after much deliberation, there's been a change of heart. Inspired by the more manageable properties I showed them and the added family time that would bring, Amy and Louie sold their house and are now looking for their next forever home.
I think meeting Phil and Kirsty was amazing. I think that if we hadn't have had their input, we'd probably still just be going round and round, going over the same, discussions and thinking about what to do now.
I remember quite profoundly one moment with Phil in one of the houses that I could just see a different life, one that wasn't just shackled by the house, and that will stay with me forever, I think. I know I'm being a bit
It's just the word shackle. You got the
overly emotional, but yeah, it meant a lot, and I can see now what it is that we need.
When you propose a plan, when someone goes ahead and acts on that plan, all the time you're thinking, oh, I hope I'm right. And what they did genuinely added considerably to the value of that house.
They played it entirely right.
Yeah.
They enjoyed living in the new house for a period of time. They gave it a test.
Yeah.
They've decided, for whatever reason, actually, you know, we're going to list it, we're going to sell it. They've now got cash in the bank. They're in rented. They're completely proceedable buyers. They're in a great spot.
Yeah.
Good luck to them.
We're looking back at two builds that offered excellent value for money.
You've added £258,000 to the value of the house.
And while Amy and Louie eventually decided to list their newly extended barn conversion for a simpler lifestyle,
we know what we're looking for now.
Yeah.
back in Aylesbury, work was well underway on Paul and Sophie's extension and garage conversion. But I was eager to show them that they could get a bigger and better house for their newly increased budget of £525,000. I'm taking them 10 miles south of Aylesbury to the village of Prestwood in the beautiful Chiltern Hills.
Do you know where we are?
Yes, I actually lived here when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah, but I have, believe it or not, left our estate at some point.
On with a guide price of just under £550,000, this detached property is pushing them on budget. But as it's been on the market a while, I'm hopeful a deal could be done. It's certainly future-proof at a whopping 76% bigger than their current home. As well as the family bathroom, it has 4 bright bedrooms, all big enough to accommodate the kids as they get older. Downstairs, there's a large, inviting hallway with loo, that all-important separate playroom, an open-plan lounge and dining room, and a generous kitchen with more seating.
The garden leads out to the parking and the garage.
Garage.
Garage, yes.
Something we won't have.
I think it's really good. You know, it ticks a lot of my boxes.
It has ticked quite a few of the boxes that we said.
Ticking boxes. Let's hope the more they see, it won't be long before they're packing boxes.
There's a playroom at the front.
Yeah, it's a good size, actually, isn't it?
Keep them out of the way.
And it's over 60% bigger than the playroom they're creating at home. But how will the kids' bedrooms compare?
Well, a similar size to George's room now. Mine just got a box.
No, it's twice as big.
Yeah.
And overall, this house is almost 10% bigger than what they'll have at home once the work is done.
I think that the bedrooms, although they're bigger than what we've got now for the children, when we have the extension, I think our bedrooms at home will be better than this.
OK, fine. I've lodged it. Let's move on.
It seems it's going to take something extra special to convince Sophie to list it. But I think I may have found it less than 5 miles from where they live now, in the quaint village of Stone. Bang on budget of £525,000, this corner plot family house could be the perfect forever home. Up the grand staircase is a family shower room and 4 well-proportioned bedrooms that will suit the kids as they grow. There's also an ensuite to the main bedroom. Downstairs features a large kitchen diner with conservatory to the back, and to the front there's an office space that could be used as a playroom and a separate lounge that's not a passageway, something they won't have back home.
I think they've done a beautiful job. It's very high-end, very high spec. Come through, because it's opened up to this conservatory, which I feel gives it a real kind of family hub of home feeling.
Yeah, I like having the seating area overlooking the garden, because where we are, overlook the road, so it's quite nice being able to sit in the lounge in the evening and not having people walking past. So it's a positive there.
First impressions are good.
A separate sitting room and playroom were on their wish list, along with an ensuite for the main bedroom.
Oh, nice room. Not quite sure what I think about having the shower in the room.
Well, you can't
I'd wake you up in the morning.
But Paul isn't letting that dampen their spirits.
The good thing is about this house, there's 3 or 4 good-sized rooms.
I agree. They are good rooms.
Yeah?
Yep.
Good. I've seen enough. I like it. I'm going to put an offer in tomorrow.
Did you hear that, Kirsty? My work here is done.
Hi.
So are we hitting the right notes here?
I think out of all the houses we've seen so far, this is probably the one that I could see us living in if we were to move.
I really like it. I really like it. There's different facets to it that impress me. The long garage, the upstairs.
But I'd say that was a big breakthrough. That was happy, smiling faces, real consideration, both of them agreeing that this is the kind of place they can see themselves living in. I think Team Lister is back in the game.
Maybe so, Pip. Just wait till you see what they've been up to back home. It's been 15 months since we first met Sophie and Paul, but now it's time for them to finally make a decision, and Phil and I are back in Aylesbury.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. Hi.
When we were first here, this family of four had completely outgrown this house that was once Paul's bachelor pad, and the cold, cluttered toy room was a complete waste of space. But now, in its place, they have a fabulous modern kitchen diner with enough room for them and their extended family to enjoy. Out in the previously awkward hallway, the loo has been taken away to create a grander entrance, and they've decided to give the downstairs a facelift.
Oh my giddy aunt!
It's vast.
Bigger than we expected it to be, but it works with the kids running in and out.
Yeah, it does work, yeah.
Yeah.
How does it work living in it?
It's good, isn't it? It's much better.
Yeah, it's definitely not a bachelor pad now.
It definitely is not, no. It is looking really, really good.
The living room hasn't changed at all.
No.
So that's still a corridor.
Yeah.
Which was an issue from before.
Yeah, but the kids can turn right as opposed to coming all the way through here and bugging us.
Yeah.
And it doesn't stop there. Next door, the once chaotic storage space has been radically repurposed into 3 different rooms. A smart-looking utility and loo to the back, and to the front, that all-important fun and functional playroom that will keep the toys out of the lounge and everyone happy.
Are you missing the garage? And
Yes.
the storage?
Yes. Well, we're going to put a shed in. We've got rid of a lot, so yeah, we shall see.
We will see, won't we, Paul? I'm hoping you're still firmly in Team Lister, but all will be revealed.
Absolutely.
But it's not just downstairs that has been transformed. Upstairs, the extra space has given them a 4th bedroom, so Georgia is no longer in the box room, and her old room has been extended to create a fabulous main bedroom with an ensuite.
Oh, it's worked really well. That's a lot of storage.
It is, and that's the old wardrobe that we had in our old room, but it had sliding doors on, so we sold the doors on...
Really?
Yeah, online, and then got new doors and put it all in.
Those look really smart.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Oh, that is smart.
It's nice, isn't it?
That looks like a real hotel bathroom.
That's the look I was going for.
I love the black trim.
Overall, they've spent around £84,000, not including furnishings, and the property value has increased by almost £150,000. I'm so impressed with the finishing throughout. They've made all the right decisions along the way, from the big things to the small.
That is really nice. You've got such an eye for design, Sophie.
No, well, that was a drunken purchase one night.
Well, I think they're absolutely lovely.
Thank
And
you.
that's a king-size bed.
Yeah.
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 And also, it's up against the window.
Yes.
Which...
Your idea?
Yeah, and it really works.
It does.
And I love the view from here. It's
Still see my
down
mum
the
and dad's
street.
house.
Still see your mum and dad's
Yeah,
house.
they're still there.
Something that might not be possible if they decide to list it. But with the house looking so great, I don't think they'll be going anywhere, Phil.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
There are versions of this house all around the country. So many people are going to be completely inspired by what you've done. It's given you much more space than the actual square foot that it's given
Agreed.
you.
Yeah.
Which is weird, isn't
Yeah,
it?
no, I know exactly what you mean. It makes everything else more usable.
Yeah, it makes
Better.
everything else
With that,
feel bigger.
yeah.
I would recommend it to anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody with this type of house, if you've got the funds available, do this.
Yeah.
Let's just reflect on the search for a moment, if we may. The third house, Paul, you were ready to put an offer in there and then.
Yeah, I was.
Definitely, I think made us quite excited about moving house, didn't it?
It has opened our eyes in terms of what's out there. You know, definitely.
I think let's get this over and done with. Sophie,
Paul, are you going to love it?
Or list it.
We are going to love it.
Of course you are.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
No.
You've
cracked it.
You've cracked it.
There were definitely days, though, when we did both say to each other, let's just move, because it's, you know, it felt like the easy option, just move.
What swayed it for you, Paul? What changed your mind?
It was the progression of all the work that we did and the sort of heart and soul that we put into it.
That now really feels like it's your own bespoke home.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know, I can see that. You've absolutely done a cracking job.
Thank
you.
you.
Looks really different. Not remotely surprising that they stayed. It was a huge transformation. Every single room was altered.
Yeah, every single room.
Would you say it was the biggest transformation, the biggest build?
I'd say it was the most comprehensive.
And they did bring it in under budget.
They did bring it
But
in.
they did still do every single room.
They
thought
really thought about it.
Yeah.
Every purchase,
Yeah.
the price of everything.
Yeah.
Nothing was a flippant purchase.
And they were super happy as well,
They were
which was nice.
super happy with it.